Welcome to Hatha Yoga Flow today with Min Yoga. Today's intention and focus is going to be bringing balance to our chakras. Our chakras are energy fields in our body connected to our energy body. So as we move through the practice today, we're going to focus on our 7 main chakras down the center line. So we have 7 of them starting from the base of the spine, your tailbone, to your just below your navel, to your heart, to your throat, your third eye, and your crown. So we'll focus on moving through those areas physically of the body so that we can trigger in and bring some balance to take out any kinks or blockages in our energy line. Now, chakras, their main focus is to support our physical body and mental body. So they help support all the systems of our body and our emotions and connecting to our true self, our soul, or your inner self, whatever you may call that. So today's practice will be a energetic flow. You may want to have a block or 2 handy. If you don't, it's okay. You can always use have a book or something in front. At one point we will be placing a hand if need be on a block. But if you don't have it, don't worry about it. So go ahead, find a comfortable spot on your mat. We're going to start in an easy sitting pose, cross-legged. If that doesn't work for you, find a version that does. Just to take a couple moments here at the beginning of our practice to find our foundation and just bring ourselves to the present moment. So I just invite you to close your eyes here in your easy sitting pose. Find a comfortable spot for your hands. Maybe the palms are up in the pose of surrender. And just beginning to tune into your breath and just notice what it feels like through the body. Maybe it needs to be smoothed out a little bit. It's not to force it in any great manner, but just to bring awareness and just bring some intention of smoothing it out. You can also encourage the physical body to soften, so softening through the face and the jaw, soften down the neck and the shoulders. Let go of any tension that you may be feeling in the belly. Soften the legs. Let go of any gripping through the legs or the feet or the toes. And just setting the stage for yourself to be present throughout your practice today, giving yourself permission to take care of who you are. We're so busy in our worlds taking care of everybody else that sometimes we put ourselves on the back burner. So really just moving through this practice with compassion for yourself for whatever it may be for you today, tolerating the consequences of who you are today and knowing it's exactly where you need to be. Not fussing or worrying too much about what you look like in the poses. I invite you to really pay attention to noticing how you feel in these poses. The true yoga happens on the inside. It's not about if your foot is exactly in the right position or your gaze is to where my gaze is. Really take a moment as we move through each pose just to feel the sensations and be where you need to be. So we'll just take 3 nice letting go breaths here. So a letting go breath is inhaling through the nose and a big sigh, exhale through the mouth. Do that 2 more times. Just allowing your breath to come back to normal. And when you're ready, just slowly open your eyes and arrive. So we're going to start on our knees here, standing on our knees. If you need extra support, If you're on a hard surface, you can go ahead and maybe even just fold up the sides of your mat just to give you a little extra cushion there. Otherwise, we're just gonna warm up a little bit through the upper body with a little bit of breath work. So we're gonna take a nice inhale and raise those arms overhead with a big inhale, and as we exhale, we're gonna hush it out through our mouth. We'll do 5 more, just like that. One more. You can just sit back on the heels for a moment and just allow the breath to come back to a normal rhythm, and just noticing the energy that has already started to build in the body just by a little bit of breath work. It brought our present mind onto our mat and found our foundation here. So from here, we'll come into a nice tabletop position and do some cat-cows. So a cat-cow is a nice inhale as you open up the heart and the chest, the mid-back dips down, the seat goes to the sky, the gaze sort of comes to a 45-degree angle. As you exhale, you come into a scary cat where the mid-back goes up, you press away from the floor, and you just follow your rhythm here. Not worrying about how fast or slow you're going, just enjoying the sensations through the spine, creating space and stretching out through the upper body here. You can even bring a little pause between your inhale and your exhale and just really finish off that stretch. We'll do 2 more of each here. Knowing that it's not about what you look like, it's about the sensations you're feeling and making that mind-body connection there. Nice job. And we'll just come back to a neutral tabletop here. And we'll just bring our gaze over that left shoulder, just looking behind, getting a nice stretch for the side body on the right side. Coming back to center and then gazing over that right shoulder. Nice job. Coming back to center and neutral tabletop. Making sure that our fingers are nice and spread nice and wide. You're clawing your mat. I like to rotate my hands just ever so slightly. Not quite a 45-degree angle, but just almost there, where my thumbs are going straight out to the top of my mat. I curl my toes and press back into my down dog. That just gives me a little bit more grip. By clawing my mat, I'm taking the pressure off the wrists and bringing it into building my forearms and my biceps. So you can just pedal it out a little bit, walk it out, maybe even sway the hips a little bit here, just waking up in our first down dog. If at any time you need to take a rest or you need a moment, you can always drop your knees and find child's pose or down dog throughout the practice today. And then from our nice down dog, take a nice inhale and come into a plank. And then exhale back to down dog. We'll do 5 more just like that. Inhale into plank. Exhale into down dog. Inhale into that strong, long plank. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, shooting energy out of the crown of the head. Exhale, down dog. Nice job. We'll do 2 more just like this. And then we'll meet back in our down dog. Perfect. Just holding your down dog there. Put a really great bend in those knees and allow the knees to come down to hover over your mat for a moment. Then really press the seat back as you extend the legs straight back into that down dog. Nice job. We're here for 1 full round of breath. And then we're gonna walk those feet forward for a forward fold. So walking those feet to the top of your mat, those feet hip width apart for a nice forward fold here. So forward fold, you want to
completely let go through the upper body. If the hamstrings or the calves are tight, just put a bend in the knees, no problem, to whatever degree you need to take the pressure off the back body. And as we're here, I invite you just to bring the weight of yourself into the heels, so the toes lift up. You're still in this nice forward fold. You're just deepening the stretch here into those toes, the ankles, the calves. We'll just take 3 full rounds of breath, just like this. Reminding yourself to soften through the face, let go through the shoulders, and just really enjoy the sensations that are coming up for you. Then when you're ready, we're just gonna bring that weight into the toes, so the heels lift up slightly, just finding your way, not getting hung up on how much weight you have in the toes. Just find that sweet spot that's working for you, where you're feeling that energy up the backs of the legs, but you can still relax through the upper body and through the shoulders, and just allowing yourself to melt down towards the mat. We'll take 2 more full rounds of breath, just like this, in our toes. And then we'll slowly come back to balancing out on those feet in that traditional forward fold. We'll put a nice bend in those knees if you don't have a bend in the knees. And we're gonna slowly roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Our shoulders and our neck and our head are last of the party up here. Finding our Tadasana, our mountain pose. Nice job. We'll do a little warm up, and we'll do a couple half sun salutations, and then we'll do a couple full sun salutations. So we'll take a nice inhale and raise those arms overhead, the palms touch. Exhale to bow forward. Inhale that half lift, so that's that long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale the arms out to the side, swan dive all the way up, palms touch. Exhale to bow forward. Inhale that half lift, that long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale the arms out to the side, swan dive all the way up, palms touch. Exhale to bow forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, let it go. Inhale to swan dive all the way up. We'll do 1 more like that. Exhale to bow forward. Inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, float it down. Inhale, soar all the way up. Palms touch. This time, hands to heart center for a moment. And just take a moment to be. You can close the eyes. Then we're going to move into some full sun salutations to really get our energy flowing throughout the whole body here. So when you're ready, you can open those eyes, take a nice inhale, raise those arms overhead. Again, palms touch. Exhale to bow forward. Inhale that half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step that right foot back. Left foot back, plank pose. Inhale at the top of your plank. Exhale to lower yourself through your knees or your whole self. Inhale into a nice little cobra. Exhale, down dog. 2 rounds of breath in this down dog. Just finding your space, finding the energy, letting go of anything that's not serving you right now. Then when you're ready, inhale that left foot up to the sky, step it forward, right comes to meet it, forward fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms out to the side, swan dive all the way up, palms touch, hands to heart center. Nice job. So we'll do a couple more just like that. Inhale those arms up. Exhale to bow forward. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step that left foot back, right foot back, plank pose. Nice and strong to lower your whole self down. Inhale into a nice cobra. Exhale, down dog. Again, 2 rounds of breath on our down dog. Just finding our rhythm here. Find your breath. Then on your next inhale, raise that right foot up to the sky. Step it forward. Left comes to meet it, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms out to the side, swan dive all the way up. Palms touch, hands to heart center. Awesome. We'll do 2 more full rounds with a step or a float back. Take a nice inhale, raise those arms overhead. Bowing all the way down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step or float, this time to the back of your mat, plank pose. Again, your whole self or your knees first to bring yourself all the way down. Inhale into a nice cobra. Exhale, down dog. 2 rounds of breath in your down dog. Just building some fire here, but with compassion. Moving at a rate that works for you. Taking a break when you need to. Knowing that the true stuff is happening in the brain, not in the physical appearance. At the end of your exhale, you're going to bend those knees and you're going to step or float to the top of your mat for forward fold. Inhale, elongate that spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, swan dive all the way up. Palms touch, hands to heart center. Nice job. We'll do 2 more just like that. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step or float to the back of your mat, plank pose. Exhale to lower yourself down nice and strong. Inhale into a nice cobra. Exhale, down dog. 2 rounds of breath in your down dog. Finding the rhythm. Smoothing out the breath. Then inhale that left foot up to the sky. Step it forward. Nice job, right comes to meet it, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms out to the side, swan dive all the way up. Palms touch, hands to heart center. Do 1 more. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, float it down. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step or float to the back of your mat, plank pose. Exhale to lower your whole self down. Inhale into that nice cobra. Exhale, down dog. Great job. 2 rounds of breath here. You can pedal it out. You can find the stillness. Whatever's working for you. If child's pose serves you better, you can drop the knees and just sit in child's pose for a moment. Then at the end of your exhale, you're going to bend those knees and you're going to step or you're going to float to the top of your mat for your forward fold. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale those arms all the way up, palms touch, hands to heart center. Just close the eyes and take a moment to be. Just knowing that that fire, the energy, the mindfulness, being present on your mat, these are all the magic ingredients of wellness, of joy, of happiness, of health. And then when you're ready, you can slowly open the eyes. All right, we'll get a little fired up here. We'll take a nice inhale, raise those arms overhead and sit down into a nice chair pose here. So trying to keep the weight in the heels. I can wiggle my toes here. If the arms to the sky is too much for you, you could always bring them straight out, or you can even bring your hands to heart center, okay, if you have any shoulder issues. So wherever you're at, we're here for 3 rounds of breath. Just settling in, trying to come to where it's a challenge, but it's manageable. You feel fired up, but you feel like you're here with compassion and love and kindness for yourself. Nice job. 1 more round of breath. And then if your arms are out, we're going to bring our hands to heart center. We're going to find a little twist here. So I'm going to bring that right bicep to the outside of that left thigh.
I'm pressing the palms together in a prayer hand, trying to bring the palms parallel to the floor as I'm opening up through the chest here, finding a nice twist, but I'm not overdoing it. Nice job. Here for 2 more rounds of breath, still sitting nice and low in your chair, still trying to find that challenge. Then when you're ready, in this twist, we're gonna step back with that right foot to a lunge twist. So I'm here in a low lunge, still holding this twist, still trying to open up that heart to the left side, but still honoring my core, honoring my shoulders. 1 more round of breath. Then we'll release those hands down to our mat. We're gonna take a step in with that right back foot, shortening our stance. My back foot's at a 45-degree angle, and we're just coming into a nice small triangle fold here. So front leg is straight, and I'm just bowing forward over that front leg. If that front leg has a tendency to buckle in, put a micro bend in that front knee, okay? Just being mindful that it doesn't hyperextend like that. It's really hard on the knee joint. We'll take 1 more round of breath here in our small triangle pose. Then if you have that block handy, you can use that block to place just in front of that left baby toe to bring that left hand on. We're gonna find half moon here. So I'm raising that back leg up, just level to my left hip. I'm gonna turn those right toes out to the side. I'm gonna bring that right hand to my right hip and just find my balance here. If you don't have a block, it's fine. The hand can be on the floor. Just try not to collapse into that left hand, okay? If it feels okay for the right shoulder, you can bring that right hand to the sky and find your half moon with your arm to the sky. Nice job. Don't worry if you fumble out of this. We fumble through life constantly. Life is full of challenges. And so on our mat, we find those same challenges. Just be mindful of how you react to it. Don't take it seriously. Just come back, work your way back into it. Then from here, we're gonna find revolved half moon. So I'm gonna bring that right hand down to the floor or to my block, whichever. The right toes point down to my mat. My left hand now comes to my left hip. I'm balancing out my hips parallel to the floor. That back leg, don't worry about how high it is. Just put a nice flexion in that right foot as if you're pressing it into an imaginary wall. That left hand can stay on the left hip, or if it feels comfortable for that left shoulder, you can bring it to the sky. Again, just playing with our balance here, targeting all through the core, our chakras in our core. So that's our sacral chakra, that's our solar plex chakra. Nice job. 1 more round of breath. Perfect. Then we're gonna drop that back foot to the back of the mat, coming into a nice high lunge pose here. So again, if you're feeling wobbly, you wanna open up the stance, make more space between the feet. Will bring some stability, okay? Nice lunge in that front leg. Be mindful that knee is not turning in. It's a rotation of the thigh, and that knee will come out towards the baby toe to find that stability and protection for that knee joint. You can open it up and have a nice cactus arm here, maybe even a small bend into that spine, and really just get a great opening for the upper body as well. We're here for 2 more rounds of breath. Straightening through the back leg, that back heel to the sky. 1 more round of breath. Then we'll drop that back foot to a 45-degree angle and rainbow those arms open into Warrior 2. You're gonna wanna probably walk that front foot over a little bit so it aligns with the back arch. Nice job. Now just really being soft through the arms so they're not up near your ears, but they're strong. As if someone's pulling on either hand, pulling you apart, giving your whole upper body a nice stretch there. Still a nice lunge in that front leg. Be mindful you're not turning in. Rotate that thigh out. Nice job. Then we're gonna find eagle arms here. So I'm gonna bring that right elbow under the left. You might be here. If you can bring those hands close together, maybe palms to palm, maybe back of hand, maybe grabbing a thumb, whatever works for you. If it's still out here, that's okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go up with the elbows and away with the forearms and really sink into a nice stretch for the shoulder blades, the top of the back, into the shoulders. We'll be here for about 3 rounds of breath. Be mindful that you're not losing that front lunge and just staying with your breath, keeping your focus, and just allowing yourself to let go. Allow the tension to release through the shoulders. Nice job. Then we're going to keep the arm position, this eagle arm, and we're going to rotate those left toes out to the side. Heel toe in 2 times. Point those toes out. Sit down into a nice goddess squat here. And we're going to make it a little dynamic. So sitting in this deep squat, and we're just going to rise a little bit and sit back in. All the while, trying to keep those elbows up and the forearms away from us. Nice job. We'll do 3 more just like that. Perfect. Coming down to where it's comfortable for you. And then next time we come down, we're gonna hold. Holding for 5 rounds of breath where it's comfortable for you. Try not to collapse forward too much. I'm trying to stay nice and tall. Elbows up, forearms away. Like Superwoman, up, up, and away. Nice job. 2 more rounds of breath. Maybe you can come a little lower. Bring a little bit of challenge. Nice. 1 more round of breath. We're going to keep the arms where they are. Extend those legs long. Get a little sigh of relief. Rotate those toes straight out the side of the mat. And we're going to come down to that half lift, just as we did in our sun salutations. So I'm just coming halfway down. I'm elongating through the spine. I'm still getting this nice stretch for the shoulders, for the shoulder blades. It's just targeting slightly different location on that region. I'm being mindful that my knees aren't hyperextending, so they're not pressing back. I'm putting a little micro bend in the knees so that doesn't happen. We'll take 1 more round of breath, really shooting energy out your seat to the back or side of the room, whichever way you're facing. Still keeping this eagle arm, we'll just let go and come into a full wide-legged forward fold. We'll take 3 nice rounds of breath here. Really just let go through the whole upper body and really enjoy this nice release. Nice. 1 more round of breath. And then we'll just release those arms with compassion. They're probably going to feel a little vulnerable. We'll hang out here for 2 rounds of breath, just allowing those arms to rebound. So just bring them to wherever they need to be to make them feel better for you. Nice job. Then we'll walk our hands to the top of our mat, rotate those toes to the top of the mat, drag that left foot back, plank pose. Inhale at the top of our plank, exhale to lower ourselves down. Inhale into a nice cobra, exhale, down dog. 2 rounds of breath in your down dog or child's pose, whichever's serving you better. Smoothing out that breath. Then when you're ready, finding your way back to the traditional down dog, bending those knees. At the end of an exhale is when you step or you float to the top of your mat for your forward fold. Inhale that long spine, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms out to the side, swan dive all the way up. Palms touch, hands to heart center. Take a moment to be. So we need to balance both sides here, especially if we're trying to balance our chakras. So we're gonna do that same series on the other side. So when you're ready, you can open those eyes, take a nice inhale, bring those arms overhead. Exhale, we're gonna sit down on that chair pose. So again, if arms to the sky is too much, it can be straight out, or it could be in your prayer hands, no problem, okay? So whichever works for you, we're here for 4 more rounds of breath, really settling in, bringing that weight back in the seat, lifting those toes up just to check, and just really riding that edge where you're outside your comfort zone, but it's manageable. You can still find your breath. You still feel like you got it. We're here for 2 more rounds of breath. Good job. 1 more round of breath. Then we're gonna bring those hands to heart center, and we're gonna find that twist on the other side. So I'm gonna bring that left bicep to the outside of the right thigh. Again, I'm still sitting nice and low on my seat. I'm trying to bring my palms parallel to the floor as I open up through that chest. I'm trying to find some balance in my knees too, so my left knee is not coming too far forward. Nice job. 2 more rounds of breath here. I know it can get a little fiery, but just use that ujjayi breath. And then we're gonna step back, left leg steps back, low lunge, twist. Nice job. Coming back to that twist, focusing on the hands. Don't worry about the legs. Just enjoy the sensations, the fiery energy running through the body. 1 more round of breath, just like this. And then we're gonna bring those hands to our mat. We're gonna take a big step in with that back foot and shorten that stance so our feet are about 2.5 feet apart. Take a nice inhale, and then as you exhale, you're just gonna bow forward over that front straight leg for small triangle fold. So again, just let go, catch the breath, and just enjoy the stretch for that right leg. If you need to put a nice bend in that right knee, no problem, okay? If the hamstring or the calf is really tight, try to just get the stretch that you need without overdoing it. Nice job. We'll take 1 more round of breath here. Really letting go through the head and just allowing that forehead to come towards that right knee. Then when you're ready, you're going to sit up for that half moon. So if you're using a block, you can place that right hand on your block out in front of the right baby toe. You're gonna lift that left leg up and rotate those left toes out to the side. That left leg does not need to be shooting up in the sky, no higher than your left hip, okay? Perfect. Flexing that left foot as if it's going into an imaginary wall. If it serves you, you can either bring that left hand to the left hip or left hand to the sky. Doing your best not to collapse into that right hand on your block or the floor. You're trying to really extend as if you're shooting energy out of all your limbs here. Nice job. We'll take 2 more rounds of breath here. Again, don't sweat it. I fall out of this all the time. I just happen to be staring at a spot on my floor and it's working for me. But really, it's often a really great thing if you do fall out of poses and just notice how you react to that. And if you don't like how you react to it, just work on it. And if you're awesome and you just giggle and come back to it, you're totally fine with it, then you got it. You're there. Nice job. We're gonna revolve our half moon here. So I'm gonna bring that left hand back down. I'm gonna rotate those left toes back down to our mat. Still flexing that left foot, left hand on the block or on the floor, right hand to right hip. If it's okay for the right shoulder, right hand to the sky. Again, try not to collapse, trying to elongate through all of your limbs, okay? So both legs, both arms, trying to expand, not to collapse. Nice job. We'll take 2 more rounds of breath here. Just honoring your shoulders, honoring where you need to be today. Perfect. 1 more round of breath. And then we're gonna step back into that high lunge. So stepping that left foot back, finding my high lunge position here. Again, if you're feeling wobbly, then you're gonna open up the stance between the legs. My back heel is to the sky. It's not to the back of the wall, let's say. It's not going towards the floor, it's going towards the sky. A nice lunge in that front leg, being mindful that you're not rotating that knee in. Arms can come to the sky, take a nice inhale. If it feels right, you can open up those cactus arms. You can even add a little back bend if that feels okay. Bring the gaze to the sky. And just enjoy this fiery pose. Crescent lunge, high lunge. We'll take 2 more rounds of breath. Nice job. Then we're gonna drop that back foot to a 45-degree angle. Rainbow those arms up into a warrior 2. Again, I'm just gonna align my heel with the back arch. I'm gonna settle into that nice lunge in the front leg. I'm being mindful that it's not turning in. I'm rotating that thigh out. I'm having energy shoot out of my arms as if someone's pulling my arms apart. Nice job. Traditionally, the gaze is over the front fingers, but if that doesn't work for your neck, you can always bring the gaze out to the side. We're here for 2 more rounds of breath, settling in a little bit deeper if you can. And then we're gonna find our eagle arms. So this time bringing that left elbow under the right. And again, you might be here, or maybe palms together, or backs of the hands, or holding onto a thumb, okay? Wherever you are, I just want you to focus on the elbows coming up and the forearms away from you. That's where the magic's gonna happen in the upper back, the shoulder blades. So settling back into that nice squat, focus on those beautiful arms of yours as we're here for 3 more rounds of breath. If any time if the legs just become too much, just straighten out and then settle back in. Give a little release. It's better to find a little movement than it is to grip and grind, okay? Perfect. And then we're gonna straighten those legs, turn out those toes to the outside of the room. I'm gonna heel toe in 2 times and then point the toes out so I come into this nice deep wide squat, goddess pose. Again, reminding my elbows to come up and my forearms away from me. Settling in, and we'll find a little movement here. So inhale to rise and straighten the legs. Exhale to settle back in. And just find your rhythm here. If you don't want to extend the legs and you want to stay in that goddess for the challenge, awesome, go for it. Otherwise, just enjoying this wave. Nice. This set of deep squats. Do 2 more, and then we'll settle it back into the goddess pose. Perfect. Settling back in, elbows up, up, and away. 3 rounds of breath. You can do it. Coming a little bit lower. Challenge yourself. For the last 2 rounds of breath. Nice open chest. 1 more round of breath. Perfect. Straighten those legs. Point those toes out to the side. Coming down to that half lift. So the legs are straight. Being mindful of the knees not buckling in. You might need a micro bend in the knees to achieve this. Elongating through the spine. Sending energy out the seat to the side or back of the room. And really trying to elongate all the way up the spine. So even into the cervical spine, the back of the neck. So having a neutral gaze for 1 more round of breath. And then keeping the arms where they are, we're going to fold forward all the way down and find that full forward fold. Ah, that feels so good. So really completely letting go here. Find a new stretch for the shoulders and the shoulder blades. Allowing the weight of the upper body to strengthen the hamstrings and the calves. Maybe feel it into the inner legs as well. Just enjoy the stretch. If it becomes too much for the hamstrings or the calves, just put a bend in the knees, no problem. It's better to stay away from those little tweaks. Little tweaks can turn into big tweaks, so just always honoring your body so that you can come back to your mat day after day.
Then when you're ready, just slowly release those arms and enjoy a traditional wide-legged forward fold here. Placing the hands wherever they may be. If you want to shorten or to lengthen your stance, you can, no problem. Whatever feels great for you. Remembering, comparison is the thief of joy, so don't compare yourself to what you think you should look like. Enjoy what you do feel and look like right now. We'll take 2 more rounds of breath. And then we'll just walk those hands to the top of the mat, rotate both toes to the top of the mat, step that right foot back, find that nice strong plank. Exhale to lower yourself down. Inhale into a really great cobra. Exhale, down dog. 3 rounds of breath in your down dog or child's pose. Just finding that breath, finding that release. Enjoying the fire and the energy that you've built through the body. Nice job. Then just dropping those knees if you're not already down in child's pose, and just sitting back, 3 rounds of breath in a child's pose. Completely let go and soften. Relaxing your fingers and your arms. Soften the face. Nice job. We're going to come back into that down dog position. Do one more little fiery before we do a little abs. So from down dog, take a nice inhale, come into your plank pose. So we're going to do 3 chaturanga push-ups. It can be with the knees up or the knees can come down. But we're going to take a nice inhale at the top of our plank. Exhale to lower down to hover. Inhale to come back up. Exhale back down. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale to come back down. Inhale up. Hold that plank for a round of breath. Nice job. Exhale, down dog. Awesome job. Drop those knees. Walk those knees to the top of your mat. We'll do a little bit of ab work here. So just bringing your seat around, your feet around, and we'll do a couple ab moves where we'll work from the lower abs up, okay? So we'll just begin. I'll show you from the side here, maybe out an angle. So I'm gonna come down onto the elbows and bring those legs long. And we're just gonna bring our legs up and down at a rate that works for you, okay? So just honoring our lower spine here. So the legs come up and then come down to hover over the floor. And then back up. We got 20 just like this. If it's hard on the lower spine, put a big bend in those knees, okay? Take the pressure off. Perfect. So bring the focus to the lower abs here. Otherwise, sometimes the bigger muscles, like the quads, can take over here. So if you bring that mindfulness to the lower abs, bring some imagination that they're getting firmer and stronger with every crunch here. That way we bring the intention into the lower abdomen for those muscles, taking it away from the quads. Nice job. I totally have not been counting, so let's say 5 more. We can do it. Nice job. 4 more. Just finding a rhythm that works for you. Last 2 here. Last 1. Nice job. We'll just go into some bicycles here. So coming down onto our back, we'll come into some traditional bicycles. So bending the knees And bringing the hands behind our head, crossing opposite elbow to opposite knee, extending the other leg. Nice job. So again, we'll do 20 of these. Hopefully somebody's counting. Perfect. So just being mindful of the neck here. So bringing that gaze to the sky. Bringing the elbow to the opposite knee and extending the opposite leg long at the same time. Perfect. Halfway there. Slower is better. It's a little bit more intense, but it's up to you. Find your rhythm that is manageable, feels good today. Perfect. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Just take a moment to recover. You can always find butterfly legs. That's always a really nice way to recover. It sort of gets into your quads as well. And we'll just do one more here. We'll do some princess curl ups here. So from here, we're going to extend our right leg long, bring our arms overhead, and we're going to curl up. And I'm just going to sort of wash my hands on either side of that right straight leg and come back down, and then come back up. We'll stay on this side. We'll do 10 on each side, but be a little bit more challenging here by staying on the one side. So again, just doing what works for you. If you need to put a bend in that right leg, no problem to achieve this. And just work towards having a straight leg. Nice. I'll do 3 more here. 2 more. Last one on this side. Nice job. Bending that right leg, extending the left leg long this time, and we'll do 10 on this side. So bring those arms overhead, crunching up. So the upper body comes slightly before the lower body to achieve this, okay? So just be mindful of that. If you feel like it's supposed to happen on the same time, it won't. Upper body comes up first, ever so slightly, and then the leg comes up. Nice job, halfway there. Let's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. And just do whatever feels organic to rebound, whether it's hugging the legs in, whether it's extending them long, whatever feels right for your abs. You got a little recovery there. Great job. So all the fiery, energetic work is done. We'll just come into a couple stretches. So when you're ready, we'll come up to a seated position. We'll come wide on our mat for a half wide-legged seat here. So I'm going to bring the sole of my left foot to the inside of my right leg. I'm going to rotate over that right leg. I'm going to take a nice inhale. And as I exhale, I'm going to try to lead down with that heart to wherever works for you. It might be just a micro movement like this. It might be just enough for you. And that's okay. You can always take that left hand and reach for somewhere on the leg that feels right for you. So just coming to where it's out, sort of feeling like the Goldilocks effect is what I should say. So where it's not too much, but it's not too little. That's where you want to settle in. It's just outside the comfort zone, where you're feeling something, but you're getting no pain, no burning, no vulnerability, where it just feels like, and it should. You've done the hard work. We stimulated our physical body, our energy body, our heart body. And now we're going to just give it a nice rebound and find some stretching here. And stretching is always a great thing to do after any form of exercise to prevent injury. But stretching in general is so important for our soft tissues of our body. So in an energetic
form of exercise. You're really focusing on your muscles and building muscle mass. But the remainder of your body, all your soft tissues, your connective tissue, your fascia, all the areas that make up your joints, your ligaments, your tendons, these are all your soft tissues, and they don't like to be worked like that, like the muscle does. They don't like that back and forth or that impact. They like a medium held stretch, and that's how they get stronger. So we really need to find balance physically by supporting the soft tissues as well, by stretching every day. Nice job. We'll just slowly bring ourselves back up here. Nice. We'll come into a quad stretch. So I'm going to lean down on that left forearm. I'm going to grab the top of that right foot and come into a seated quad stretch. So we often do this standing up. Same philosophy on the floor. So you want that right knee shooting down to the floor, not to the sky. I'm pulling that right foot as I'm pressing the foot into my hand as well. So you really get this yin-yang stretch happening there. Focusing on that right hip moving forward. And just trying not to bring too much tension into the neck or the shoulder as you do this. Just really enjoy it for what it is. Nice job. So maybe you've got a little openness happen there. Maybe you can pull a little bit harder and push a little bit harder for the last couple rounds of breath. Just being where you need to be. Nice. One more round of breath. And then we'll just slowly release. We'll cross that right foot over that left thigh here and find a little twist. I'm going to extend that left arm straight out for a moment just to get elongation through the arm, and then I'm going to wrap it around the outer right leg. I'm going to bring that right hand behind me, and I'm going to take a nice inhale as I elongate through the core, and then as I exhale, I'm going to find a little gentle twist here. I'm not trying to collapse into the backhand, I'm pushing away from the backhand, so I'm really staying long, as if someone had a rope at the crown of your head and they're pulling you up, and you're really elongating through the spine and the core, and just finding a really sort of medium twist. Nice job. We'll take 2 more rounds of breath here, remembering to continue with the breath, and then just bring the gaze back first and then your whole self. Nice job. Uncrossing that right leg. We're going to extend the left leg long this time. I'm just going to turn this way so you can see. So I'm going to extend my left leg long, right sole of the foot comes into the inner left thigh. I'm going to rotate myself over that left leg, take a nice inhale, and as I exhale, I'm going to fold forward. Maybe it feels good to bring that right hand to the outside of the left leg at some point, whether it's sort of the quad, the knee, the calf, or maybe the foot. Not sweating where it comes to, just needing to be where you are, okay? Just settling into that space, honoring where you're at right now. And then just let go and remind yourself to really soften so that you can get deep into those soft tissues. So if you're feeling any pressure in the knee, maybe you need to put a small bend in the knee, maybe placing your left hand under the knee just to give it a little bend and some support. Maybe that feels good. Just enjoying the stretch for the right side body as well into the left leg. Try not to force, really be in the mindset of allowing here. Allowing your body to soften. Try not to hold on to any muscle tension. Allowing the forehead to bow down. I'll just take a couple more rounds of breath here. Just enjoying the softness, the stillness that's created by doing some gentle stretching. And then when you're ready, we'll just slowly
Bring ourselves back up. Nice job. Coming down onto that right forearm this time, reaching for that left top foot, finding the quad stretch here on this side. So again, really be mindful that left knee is shooting down to the floor. I'm trying to bring that right hip forward, the top of the thigh forward as I pull on that left foot and I press into my left hand with my left foot. But I'm also trying to be mindful that I'm not bringing tension anywhere else. So sometimes we transplant tension when we're doing stretching, especially long stretching. So I'm not trying to take the stress from this hip and quad and bring it into the neck or the shoulder. So any movement to encourage that not to happen, go for it. If it's just moving the neck a little bit or the head from side to side, just talking to your physical body not to just bring that stress and that tension from that region into the neck. You really want to just allow it to leave the body altogether. Nice job. 2 more rounds of breath. And then just slowly releasing. Bring yourself back up and finding that twist. So bringing that left foot to the outside of the right thigh, elongating that right arm by extending it straight out and then wrapping it around the left outer leg. Bringing that left hand behind. Take a nice inhale, elongate through that spine, through the core. And as you exhale, find your version of the twist. Okay. Again, trying not to collapse, trying to elongate. And just enjoy this twist for the spine. Enjoy the twist for the core, so into all those internal organs, giving them a ring out. Your intestines, your kidneys, your liver, all getting some acupuncture, well not acupressure I should say, so that when we untwist, fresh blood will go back into those regions. So we'll take 2 more rounds of breath again, emphasis on elongating versus twisting. Nice job. We'll bring that head back first, and then our whole selves. Perfect. We'll just rotate ourselves back straight on our mat, and coming into our final pose of Savasana. So rolling back, traditionally it's done on our backs. Now, if that doesn't work for you, if you need support for the lower spine, you can always take your blocks or anything that you have around your mat here today, and just place it underneath the back of the knees. That will take the pressure off that lower spine. If that's not enough, you can certainly bend the knees, bring the feet wide, knock the knees together, okay? Or if lying on your side or your belly is your ideal for rebounding for your Savasana, please, I invite you to find whatever pose you can truly relax in. So once you find that position, making any adjustment that you need to so that you can settle in for a couple minutes. So whether it's rolling the neck underneath, whether it's taking a nice swallow, whatever you need to do to settle in for the last couple moments here of your Savasana, your ultimate rebound. So you allow the eyes to close, the eyelids to be heavy. And really just allow your physical body, your energy body, just to really begin to be completely supported by your mat, by the earth underneath it, knowing that all the good stuff is happening right now inside you. And just giving permission for yourself for the next minute or two to allow that medicine to really kick in and take care of yourself. So if we bring our attention back to our focus of the practice today, our chakras, and I invite you just to envision these energy centers up the center of your body,
Each chakra is traditionally looked at as a wheel or a ball of energy, a 3D ball of energy. And the first one I invite you to focus on is your root chakra. And your root chakra sits at the base of the spine, your tailbone. It's associated with the color red, so just visualizing this warm, energetic ball of red energy down there. And allowing it to become stronger, more supported as you lie here, and allowing it to spread out from the tailbone into the glutes, into the groin and the pelvis. And the root chakra is all about being present and a feeling of being grounded. So just bringing those sensations with you. As we move up from the base of the spine, we move into our sacral chakra, which is just in the lower belly, below the belly button. And the sacral chakra is a ball of orange energy, allowing that warm energy to fill that region. Your sacral chakra is all about your feelings and emotions, being able to process your feelings and your emotions as you move through life. So just allowing that orange energy to be strong, to be open, to be balanced. Moving up from our sacral chakra, we're moving up the belly to our solar plex, right at our belly button. Our solar plex energy is a ball of yellow, warm, supportive energy. And our solar plex energy is all about feeling confident in our place in the world and knowing that wherever you are right now is exactly where you need to be. And then you can move forward from that, that's no problem, but just being confident in where you're at today. So allowing that yellow energy of confidence to fill up the remainder of your upper belly as we move up to our heart chakra. Our heart chakra is the center of our heart, center of our chest, is associated with the color green, that natural Mother Nature green, symbol of strength as it fills through your chest. Your heart chakra is associated with kindness and affection for yourself and for all beings. So allowing that tender, natural green energy to wrap around your chest like a hug to yourself of love and kindness. Allowing that energy to move up towards the base of the throat where we meet your throat chakra. And your throat chakra is associated with the color blue. So just visualizing this supportive blue at the base of the throat. And your throat chakra is all about speaking your truth to yourself and to others. So just taking a moment to honor and pause and encouraging yourself to always be honest and truthful to yourself and others. As you allow that supportive blue to fill up through the throat, up towards the jaw, into the cheeks. As we make our way to our third eye. Our third eye is between our brow line, associated with the royal color of purple. And the third eye is responsible for our awareness, our insight, our awareness of the greater world, our awareness that we are more than ourselves, we are more than our thoughts. So just allowing that royal purple to fill across the brow line, encompass the forehead, empower that region as we move up to the crown, the final chakra, the top of the head. And the crown chakra is associated with the holy white, a warm, tender, glowing white energy that's on the top of the head, and it's associated with knowing that we are more than just ourselves, that we are all connected in this world, having the wisdom and the knowledge, the understanding of we are more than just the other dimensions of ourselves. We're more than our physical bodies. We're more than our energy, our heart. Our true selves lies before the thought, whether that's your soul or your inner self. Our crown chakra supports that. So just imagining this warm, supportive energy flowing out of the crown of your head as it washes down over the face, around the neck, trickles down the shoulders and the arms, wraps around the chest and the belly like a floating blanket as it continues down in front of the hips and the legs, as it washes down to the feet and wraps around the soles of your feet. And just allowing this sort of bubble blanket around you of protective energy, of wisdom, of true self. Allowing this to start to just penetrate into yourself, into your mind, into your energy body, into your physical body, your heart. And I invite you to take this protective wisdom with you as you move through the rest of your day, knowing that the important stuff is on the inside. Your true self is always connected, is always where it needs to be, and is always there for you. Namaste.